This is Perfect Harvest MLP Studios.
Hello every pony, hope you're well. I've just got back from work and on the way home I popped into the Entertainer and I found the Main Melody G5 set. And this isn't a set that I really thought about buying before, but I only really bought it for one figure and I'll come on to that in a minute. But let's have a look at the box first. The bottom of the box, in several different languages, it says Musical Main Melody. Don't know why that main bit there has got... Oh, I thought that was a grave accent or something over the A, but it's actually the crown off Pipp's cutie mark. In the bottom corner of the box, it has pictures of Alicorn, Sunny and Petals. And obviously in the top left corner we have the G5 My Little Pony logo, and then in the centre we have the set itself. We have Main Melody on the left. Just above it says Hoof to Heart, and next to that in several different languages it says Pony Activated. So obviously some of the music gets activated when you put the ponies on the set, probably by an RFID thing or something. And apparently there's 20 accessories. We have the 3 figures up at the top. We have Pipp Petals, who has some rainbow colours in her mane, which is really interesting. Then we have Alicorn Sunny, who I'm not really sure if there's much different about her, but we'll see when we get her out. But the reason why I bought this set really is Sparky Sparkeroni. Here's the back of the box, and it has a picture of a child playing with the set, with the My Little Pony logo in the top left corner again. In the top right corner, in several different languages, it says Unique Reactions. Now that's quite interesting, because presumably it means that when you put different ponies on the set, it'll come up with different songs or different voice clips, so that's quite interesting. And indeed, in the centre of the box, it confirms that Sunny, Sparky and Princess Petals each have different lights and sounds. And then it keeps saying Hoof to Heart all over the box, and it reiterates that it's pony activated, and then the bottom is just War and Peace, but in safety warnings that nobody's really going to ever read. But yeah, let's have a look at the set out of the box. The figures before we get into the set itself. So first off, here we have Alicorn Sunny. She is her usual orange body colour, and she has a gold coloured horn and wings, and the wings are as usual posable on a ball joint, so she can have them out to her side. Her eyes are sort of like a very deep purpley green colour, and she has a gold stripe running through her mane, and usually she doesn't have one on her tail, and her mane and tail are not translucent like a lot of the Crystal Adventure figures. And I've just noticed as well, her mane is done in her braids like she usually has her hair, and not sort of free flowing as the original Alicorn Sunny Crystal Adventure figure was. And of course her head is posable on a ball joint, and her front and back legs are posable on single pivot joints, as is her tail. Her cutie mark is on her right bum cheek, and on her left there's a little peg hole which apparently some of the accessories can fit into, and we'll have a look at that when we get to the accessories. And of course she has peg holes in all 4 of her feet, but you will notice that there's a little chip in her back left hoof, and I think that's what triggers the music to play in the main set, but we'll demonstrate that a bit later on. Then next is obviously the star of Main Melody, Pipp Petals herself, and she is her usual cerulean pink colour with a sort of a very dark purple mane and tail, and she has like a little streak of gold running through the edge of her mane. Again, nothing really in her tail, and her wings are posable as well on ball joints, as is her head, and she has sort of very dark pink magenta coloured eyes. Her tail and legs are posable on single pivot joints. Her cutie mark is also on her right bum cheek, and she has that same peg hole in her left side, and also that same chip in her left rear hoof. And again, I'll demonstrate that in a minute. Here's the reason why I bought this set. Here's Sparky Sparkeroni. Now he is like a greeny turquoise colour, and I love how detailed he is for such a small figure as well. And I love the little pose that he's in. It's like in a little sitting pose, and he's smiling. He's so cute. He has grown on me a lot more. I didn't really like him at first, but yeah, I mean, how can you ignore that? And he has a little chip in his bum, and so that will activate it as well. But I'll be interested to see what that does. But again, only time will tell. We'll have to wait. So here is Main Melody itself. I'm loving the old retro style boombox design. And so let's have a look at the outside first. So it's lots of purples and blues. I love the way that they've incorporated Pipp Petals cutie mark crown in there with the design of a cassette almost, and the speakers are all there. We'll come on to this top bit in a bit because that's very relevant. The back has even got a design. There's a sticker, and I think this is supposed to be the hair salon part of Main Melody. There's a little cupboard here which it looks like it plugs into one of the pony's hooves. Let's see if the owner knows how to. No, even she can't do it. But that's basically just a little storage area. On the right, there is a little sink with a little hook, and I believe there is an accessory that plugs into that in a minute. We'll come on to that. And this bit actually comes out because that's where the battery compartment is, but you can plug that bit back in anyway. And then this bit folds down, and behold, we have a cassette. Now I can imagine there's probably a lot of you watching this video thinking, what on earth is a cassette? Well, this is a cassette. If you remember CDs, this is what came before CDs. I remember a time where you used to be able to go into the shops and buy these. And for anybody who's interested, this is cassette 1 of Alan Bennett's Talking Heads by BBC Radio. So there you go. But I digress. This cassette is a box full of accessories, and we must investigate further. So let's open up the bag of intrigueness. First two items out of the box are these very hard to see on this background translucent pieces of technology. So on the left we've got some sort of smartphone. In fact, it's a recolor of the same smartphone with Pipp's mane style and ears from the Royal Room Reveal set. And then we got this one, which I presume is a tablet, and this also has a little peg which you can plug into the pony's hoof. And this one also has Pipp's mane style at the top. What with Main Melody being a styling salon, it wouldn't be right if they didn't have a mirror of some sort, which, now that I'm looking at it, it seems to have Rarity's cutie mark on the back. Oh dear, Hasbro. And another accessory is this. Now this is a hairdryer, and I will demonstrate how this fits in to the set in a minute. Here is the hairdryer attachment fitted to the back of Main Melody, and then Pipp can just go underneath and have her entire head covered up and presumably be deafened by the noise of it. And then when she's done, she can go and sing to her heart's content, I suppose. Presumably, if you go to Main Melody, you're going to get thirsty a lot because they've provided one thing that I know is definitely a drink, but is that some sort of perfume bottle, or is it like a slushy? Because that's clearly a straw. But yeah, but anyway. But with this one in particular, the one that looks more like a McDonald's cup drink, I particularly love that the straw faces the same way as the peg that plugs into the pony's hooves. So it actually looks like they're having a drink, even though their mouth is a foot away from the straw. We also have what appears to be some sort of musical note-shaped guitar, complete with strap, and a camera that fits around the pony's necks. And of course, the last two accessories are pretty much staples at Main Melody: fashionable sunglasses and a microphone. and this one plugs into the pony's hooves. I love, you say hi, we say what, you got the beat, nothing's gonna change, all the Pipp Petals songs, I don't know. The next accessory disturbs me. It's a box of pizza, but it's pizza that's either been infected with nuclear waste and is now a luminous radioactive colour, or it's a Pop-Tart pizza, which sounds amazing, but it would also give you a heart attack instantly. But joking aside, it's that I really like the design and that you can take a slice out. I think this, in all honesty, has been reused from Equestria Girls Minnie's Slumber Party set, but I like it all the same. We have what I can only presume is a gold stereo, because it's got a little screen and 3 speakers on it, and it's really, really vibrant gold, as you can see. We have 3 pegs which plug into the holes where the pony's cutie mark should be. So here is a peg with Pipp's cutie mark on. Here is Sunny's. Here is one with a shooting star, which I can presume is Sunny's. And then here is one of a random musical note. I have no idea whose cutie mark that is, but they're nice all the same. As seems to be tradition with G5 sets, we also get a sheet of stickers, which has lots of stars and swirls and hearts on it, and also every pony's cutie marks. I forgot to point this out earlier, but I don't know if you can see these little fairy light attachments that are inside Main Melody itself. I really like that, and also there's lots of texturing and layering on the back wall as well, which I really like. It also comes with this little side stand. I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be some sort of sofa or if it's a secondary stage. So like you've got the equivalent of Glastonbury's pyramid stage, and then you've got one of the little side stages. I'm not sure. Obviously, with this set being called Musical Main Melody, it plays music. And I forgot to point out earlier that... well, there you go. Be my day, gonna be my day. So when you press the button, it is a little demo clip of one of the songs from A New Generation or Make Your Mark, and the top bit lights up. Let's just try another little press. The button is very sensitive, by the way, so be warned if you do buy this set. Who needs a win? You're gonna fit right in. This is a new low. Oh, sorry, I just got carried away there. That's my favourite song from A New Generation. Let's give it another go. I hope this isn't going to get me a copyright strike. That's enough of the demo, but if we pull down the front bit, you'll see that there's a little plug in which we sit the pony's hooves on. Well, I'll tell you what, because he's the smallest and probably most easiest, let's try and fit Sparky on there and see what happens. Let's pop him down again, see if he... So, what's interesting is that for that first clip, the lights came on. But for that second clip that we've just heard, it didn't light up. Not really sure what the relevance of that is. Let's try this again. So he only really seems to play 2 clips of music. One which does light up and one which doesn't. Let's see if the owner can demonstrate it. Oh, there we go. And that one doesn't light up either. And that one doesn't light up, which is really strange. One more time. Oh! Oh, there we go. That's for positive disco, that. Well, that's interesting. Now, let's take Pipp off and see what Sunny has to say for herself. Ooh. Now that's interesting because Sunny lights up for every single one of those music clips that we've played so far. Let's try it again. I've probably jinxed it. It's probably not going to light up for this next one. Oh, there we go. Oh, we've already heard this one. But that is really interesting how neither Pipp nor Sparky lit up for all of their ones, but Sunny, every single clip she lights up. That is weird, and I've seen other reviewers say similar things about this set. Another little gripe that I've got with this set, if you'll recall, the box said that it has unique reactions. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, I would have thought, let's take Pipp for example. I thought that it was going to be, if you put her on that little plug in the set, you'd hear something like, "Good morning, Pipsqueak!" different voice clips or something. But no, apparently it's just, and it's all the same music. No matter which character you put on, you get the same clips over and over again. So that's a bit of a swizz, really, isn't it? But on the plus side, I do like the features and the interactivity of it with the different ponies and the different characters. I obviously love that you get Sparky Sparkeroni. I also quite like that you get Alicorn Sunny with a different hairstyle to the one that the Crystal Adventure figure has. But yeah, anyway. And that's the end of the review. Thank you very much for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to do that. And leave a little cheeky comment if you fancy. And a like. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers guys. Take care.
And if you cannot obey, then you will wither away, and your feet will become very sore. And you'll open up your window and you'll suddenly find that a peanut has knocked on your door. It doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. If you understand this, then you're mad. It doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. And the singing is also quite bad.